How we doing? Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, good man. I thought you'd got a haircut by now. Oh, Christ. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. So where will we start?
You've spent a lot of money in the summer. Do you think that raises expectations and puts pressure on you to succeed?
Yeah,
this
good question.
season?
So I feel like this season, the expectations are high for good reason. We've went into the market really strong, had some real targets, and the club is back to the ambition that we've had with the cards and the players that we've managed to bring in. And it's one of those things that it's about having the right players in, but it's also about the right tactics and the right philosophies, depending on the opposition we've got, so that we can get the best result, really.
El hecho de jugar sin no haber traído, digamos, un 9 de referencia puro, ¿a qué obliga más al equipo para jugar en ataque?
I'm not worried about being over-reliant on a position or a player in particular, because when everyone's fit and available, it just means we can do more. And if someone is out of form, if someone does get injured or suspended or something like that throughout the course of the season, I do expect that we have enough in our locker, other players that will be ready to stand up, as well as we can ride the storm and carry an injury, maybe do one entry less in that game week or whatever.
Gefeliciteerd. In hoeverre ben je nou verrast door zo'n wedstrijd?
Yeah, so I think Challenger Euro is one of these regions that we didn't look at all last season. It just didn't make any sense for us. But this season, we've definitely put a lot more resources, a lot more research into the viability of an entry and exactly how successful we can be. And around that model and around that kind of research and development, I think we've managed to put together a good enough kind of roster of players to play in that division that can represent the club competitively and do us all proud.
Anche I più scettici, tifosi, addetti ai lavori, giocatori, proprio con il tuo entusiasmo, perché dicevi noi vogliamo vincere.
I take the limited serious. I always do, So for me, especially, Specialist Limited is the one that I want our best guys playing in. And fair enough, like the chances of success, the odds of success are definitely more stacked against you in that division. But the risk reward element, the club just finds that too appealing, and our mantra is always about going for the biggest prizes available.
Gelungen ist und das leere Stadion auf die Vorgaben, Lucien, als Trainer beziehungsweise den Spielstil der Mannschaft aus?
The average age of the squad has went up quite significantly, but I don't think it's to a detriment. We still have a good contingent of under 23 talent coming through the academy and kind of pushing the first team, pushing the senior players. Yeah, we've got less of those guys now. We've maybe lost some quality that we maybe do need to replace as the season goes on. But again, for the amount of competitions we're going to be entering in the youth category, I think we've got enough quality as well as enough heads, enough bodies to still, give the club a good showing and maintain the sort of competitive level that we've set over the last 2 seasons.
Chiudiamo l'argomento. Ci può dire come sta vivendo questa fase?
Yeah, well, that's a very good question as well. I don't think it's fair to pick out any individuals and say who I'm the most excited about seeing this weekend. We don't have that many games to follow across all of our entries. We've mainly got like Dundee United, Celtic, New York City, that being that really take up the large part of the weekend. So there's no one player, no one club that I'm kind of focusing on in particular who I'm the most excited to see. Of course, because we have so many, and obviously everyone at the club knows my attachment to Celtic, that obviously is going to be the one I personally have a lot of joy out of. But in terms of the players or the teams I respect, I'm not more or less excited about any of them.
Este homem que acabou de sair da sala e também outros homens do meio campo poderão ser fundamentais para o tal passe vertical que possa apanhar uma defesa sofrida em contrapé?
I'm hopeful we can get a star reward, whether that be a super rare or a rare. I think a star reward is something I want to be shooting for. And, across, the 8 entries we've got, I think 4 or 5 of them are really competitive. So even if we were to end up with like 2 or 3 cards of any description from those teams, I think we would call that a good first week back at work, let's say.
Ahora tu actual entrenador es una persona que ha ocupado muchos años esta posición en el Barça. ¿Qué diferencias le ves?
Yeah, I do expect us to be much more competitive in the midweeks. Now, the Celtic cards might not be the biggest part of that, but some of the other cards we've got in Super Rare, Rare and Limited do have some good midweeks, and I actually think we've got some great tactics for those midweeks coming through. Going far in Champions League, going far in the midweek competitions as the season goes on, is a route to success that the club has enjoyed over the last couple of years. You know, we've won a lot of midweek tournaments. We've got a lot of great rewards and prizes from midweek tournaments. And yeah, I don't see our intention in that regard changing. Cool. Is that everything? Thanks a lot, guys. Wish us luck for the game week, and I'll catch you next week. Take care.